second little walk and ramble today, since I'm going to my second standing meeting this morning that I've talked about in previous walk and rambles. I had to wear my reflective vest, so not rucking in a donut yet, but I hope to ruck around this industrial park here that I work at later today in a donut. It's going to be cold today, only a high of like 54 degrees Fahrenheit and a little breezy, so it probably feels a little cooler than that. But it's going to be sunny and it's going to be nice, and it's the first day in like 6 or 7 days that it has not rained. So it's not supposed to rain today. It rained all day long, nonstop, all week. But I was stuck in a conference room for audits Monday through Thursday this week, so I couldn't really get outside much anyway. So I was stepping it out, marching it out at night in place, in our bedroom and stuff, making sure I got my steps in, my movement in. I was doing little movement snacks at my desk when I could step away for a minute from the audits, just making sure I was still getting some movement in, still doing some calisthenics, still getting my steps in. I talked about before, I have 2 or 3 standing meetings back to back to back on the shop floor at my work. So I like to walk around the outside of our building from one side to the other to get a little walk in every morning. I'm still doing that every morning, even if I'm not posting about it, unless it's a torrential downpour and I'm not prepared for that. But I've walked in the snow, I've walked in the rain if I've had my boots and stuff. But I get outside, I get some morning sun. Look at that beautiful morning sun. I can walk backwards some. I can do my side curb step-ups that I like to do on both sides of the road, going both ways some. Gives me about a 6 to 8 minute walk depending on my pace, walking around there, and then another 6 to 8 minute walk, walking back every morning. And then I get about 10-15 minutes on the floor on one side of the business unit, and then a good 30 minutes at this standing meeting is my longest one. So I can do calf raises, I can do wrist and hand stretches, I can do some single leg balance stuff, single leg calf raises, and I just fidget around and get some body work, calisthenic work done while standing at these meetings, as well as some balance work done, some neat movement done in my day. So, I see people talking about, I have a desk job and it's a very sedentary work and I sit all day, and I know it's not feasible in all situations, but I get my movement in by walking around the outside of the building, one side to the other. I participate in standing meetings. I make sure I move. I modified my desk by putting one of the little riser toppers on top of my work desk so I can stand at work. I got a terrain mat that's bumpy, so I stand on that, and my ankles and my feet are in different positions and things while I'm standing at my work desk all day, and I'm fidgeting around on that. I got rid of my desk chair, so I don't even have a chair at my desk, so I don't sit. I stand all day and I move around. I'll throw my leg up on the desk, one or the other, so I'm kind of doing like a standing figure 4 or pigeon's pose stretch at my desk, so I'm always like getting hip mobility in. The only time I sit on a stability ball that I roll out from under my desk to sit and eat my lunch, and then I roll the stability ball back under my desk, and that's like the only time I sit down. So there are definitely like ways to figure out. I have a ton of fidget spinners, fidget tools, grip tools, and different things at my desk that I mess with too throughout the day, especially if I'm on a meeting where I can't leave my desk. If I can leave my desk and throw Teams up on my phone or listen in with an earbud from my phone, I like to do walking meetings where I'm outside walking, rucking, wearing my weighted vest, and I can pull up the Teams screen on my phone if I need to, or just listen in with my earbud and mute and unmute and chime in when I need to. So that's an excellent way to get the movement in too. So I'm hoping I can do a good walking meeting later, and then ruck with my donut costume over top of me in my ruck later around the industrial park, because I think that'll be funny for Halloween. So happy Halloween all. Get movement in where you can. Get creative with it. Where there's a will, there's a way. We can always squeeze out a minute or two, So just think about it. How can you do it?